Hi there. So I've been quiet for a few days, but I've been having a lot of fun developing a new feature that I'm very excited to share. So in this case, I'm going to just go straight to the example. So here you can see a plane with a funny shape. But the key feature that I've been developing is that, so for example, this is a movie, right? This is a video, but the feature that I've been developing is one that allows you to have the exact same shape, but in an interactive format. Because in the end of the day, this is just data, right? So I'm using this library called Manim Community, that stands for Mathematical Animation Engine. But I forked the original repository. Well, the edition of Manim Community, of course. Obviously, the original creator is famously 3 Blue 1 Brown, Grant Sanderson. But I forked the community version, the community edition. And I started making some changes with the help of GitHub Copilot. I haven't used AI agents that much for Mathify. I use ChatGPT all the time, of course, but this is the first time that I use an AI agent aggressively to make like large scale changes to codebase, tests, a lot of tests, but also orchestrate like a lot of changes with the vision, in this case, of, let's see, I'm getting distracted, but I think I really want to show it. So in this case, it's ManimVTK, which is a superset of Manim, meaning that it has all the features of Manim Community, but it also exports VTK files, like visualization toolkit files, which is like one of the best ways of handling scientific data. In this case, it's a little bit of an airplane for this task, to put it that way. But I feel like long term, it was the best choice to choose VTK for this objective. So here, for example, we have, let's see, a sphere, and you can see here the sphere, right? So here you see a movie of the sphere. But if you want to interact with it, you can do that as well. And it is my vision that it would be great. I mean, I was inspired to do this because one of the users wanted to have interactive parameterized visualizations, meaning that, you know, like being able to toggle the parameters here or there, which is the next step. I want to be able to manipulate certain parameters of the code and being able to see the changes here. Here I have an example of a sine and cosine graph. And here you can see, well, until, let's see. So it doesn't make much sense yet to manipulate a sine and cosine graph like this. But once I add the parameterization and the toggles and the controls, I think it's going to be very cool to be able to change certain things. But obviously the beauty is being able to have the movie in an interactive way. It should also be possible to have an animation here as well of the interactive objects. But that's like for the future. So yeah, by the way, I'm going to be talking more deeply, perhaps even making a tutorial about how to use ManimVTK, which is, yeah, so it's here, ManimVTK. So you actually can download this open source package that I published. And yeah, so I'm very excited about this, and let me know your thoughts. Perhaps you're the kind of people that like to interact with the mathematical objects as well, and not just watch the animations. So thank you for watching, and as always, all feedback is appreciated. Bye.